Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Ocean's Pit, the little show about big things. I hope you guys were having a great day this morning, and today is Thursday, January 30th. One more day, and the month of January is finally over, and boy, how things are just flying by. Interesting day today. We have a lot to talk about, and sending prayers to the horrible helicopter and airplane crash. And we'll get more on all those details. But before we start everything, we need to check the website, TonyOceanMusic.com, and give us a call at 847-769-8609 to book a show. Every show is dedicated to the first responders, dedicated to all the military, all our veterans, and dedicated to the families of the Boston U.S. figure skating and everybody else who lost their lives on that horrible, horrible plane crash into the helicopter yesterday. So our prayers go out to all their families. This is Ocean's Pit. It's showtime. Let's go to work. Hi, everybody. Tony. It's Ocean's Pit, little show about big things, and thank you for joining us today. A lot to talk about, a real lot to talk about. And let's go. Let's just start off right with Ace Hardware, one of the greatest sponsors there are, one of the greatest buy local companies, shop local companies in the state of Illinois. We love our good friends from Ace Hardware. That's Norwich, Des Plaines, Evergreen Park, Warrenville, and Mesa, Arizona. I'm going to make sure you guys know where all those stores are at. Red Hot Buy for the month of February. That's right. Miracle Grow potting mix, 16 quart, 2 for $20. Thinking about updating your old kitchen or bathroom faucet? Select Moen faucets, now 20% off the entire month of February. Ace Wild Bird Food, 20-pound bag is 2 for $20. Ace Basic Pleated Furnace Filters are buy 3, get 1 free. Easiest way to keep your furnace running properly. To switch out your furnace filter monthly. That's some great sales that they have at Ace Hardware. Ace is the place, buy local, shop local, helping neighbors before they were neighborhoods. Our good friends from Ace Hardware. To start off, everybody, just want to say I want to thank everybody for Laura Ocean will not be with us today. As we know, today is Thursday. It was a busy day for Laura. This morning, we took Laura to get some tests done. As you know, Tuesday coming up, February 4th, Laura will be going in for open heart surgery to replace a valve and aneurysm. And there's a lot of stuff that needs to be done before the actual operation takes place on 7:15 on Tuesday, the 4th of February. So this morning we took her to Alexian Brothers just to get her blood test. She had to take an EKG, Marissa test. I guess that's for your mouth. And chest x-rays. So we had to make sure she gets all that done. We get all that done today with the x-rays. And she's not with us here today because right now, before she's going, right now she's looking at a couple venues for the next Fink wedding with Marissa. We know that Tony, our son, just got married Saturday with Ange, and then Nina got married to it 2-3 years ago. But we have another one next year, and it's going to be Marissa, who got engaged, of course, and Nico. So today they're looking at certain venues where they're going to plan to have the wedding. That's why Laura will not be able to be here today on Thursday, but she's going to be in coming with me on Monday, checking in. Will probably be her last appearance until after she recovers from the surgery. So this Monday, Laura Ocean will be joining us on the show. So make sure you tune in on that. I want to thank everybody that showed up last night to Rosario's in Roselle. What a great turnout, full house. I want to thank everybody for showing up. It was great seeing all my good friends there. Some people I have not seen in a while. So, the list goes on and on. I know Dave and Pam and her mom I want to say Cousin Tommy, Jerry Marcelli, Ralphie Russo, thank you, Carlo, Jeff Hunt, and Mary from Seventh Heaven, and Susan Germboni. It's great seeing Karen Bruno, or of course, unfortunately, her husband Tony passed away. And it was just nice seeing her and sing a song that dedicated that. And everybody else, the General, thank you so much for coming out, Fred and Danny and Dina. Thank you guys all for coming out. I want to thank Chris and Manny, the whole staff there at Rosario. It's a great job that you guys do. Melissa Rialto, wherever you are, thank you, Melissa, party planner here in Schaumburg. What a nice lady you are and a good friend. Thank you so much for that. And a great job, Double T Tony Toto. So it was a great night last night. Thank you all. Also, at Barbara Dugo, happy early birthday to Barbara as well. All right, so and tonight will be at Positano's in Oak Brook. That's a 7 o'clock hit. We haven't been there since December, so it's nice Jerry James to be with us. And Lisa P. will be with us. We thought she wouldn't be with us in January. Thought she'd be joining us in February because she was in Florida, but she is in town and she will be there tonight. Lisa P., Jerry Jams, Tony O. That's a 7 o'clock hit. Tomorrow we hit Chicago Prime Steakhouse. That's an 8 o'clock hit with Jerry Jams, Renda. And then Saturday we'll be at Villaggio in Roselle with the main event band, Danny Ramundi and Double T Tony Toto. That is a 7:30 hit this Saturday, February 1st. Also, this morning I had breakfast with another great singer in the Chicagoland area, Frankie Setta. Me and Frankie talked a little bit. It's a couple projects that he's got going on, so it was great. Thank you, Frankie, for breakfast. I appreciate that very much. Also, I want to thank the guests yesterday. The Show Must Go On band tribute to Three Dog Night. It was a great conversation, seeing some great guys. I want to thank Jimmy Palucci. Thank you, Jimmy. I want to thank, of course, Bobby and Joey Scomaci, of course, in the band, and Dan Huizinga. Were some of the members of the Show Must Go On tribute to Three Dog Night. They were our guests yesterday, so thank you for all. It was a great conversation. And you want to keep it going? Tomorrow we got it. That's right. Are you ready? That's tomorrow. Are you ready for the Taylor Swift experience? Michael Berclieri and, of course, Tracy Taylor Swift will be joining us tomorrow, talking about their new project, of course, the Taylor Swift experience, which is hitting everybody by storm, and they're selling out our concert theaters all around. So they're going to be on tomorrow. So we'll talk about everything tomorrow. Taylor Swift with Tracy and Michael, also from Good Clean Fun, tomorrow, 12 o'clock. All right, so we're going to get right to it, folks. Of course, we know the horrible tragedy that we did here. 60 people involved in a plane crash, Washington, D.C. A dozen people reportedly in freezing waters and fire boats trying to rescue survivors. This was yesterday. American Airlines Libs plane crashed into a helicopter. Horrible. 67 people are dead. According to Fox 32 News. 28 bodies found, no survivors. I think they're just between the airlines, between the airplane and the helicopter. It was the last major commercial airline crash. We haven't had one in a long time, and the last one was in 2009. It's just horrible. And also, some of the people were from the Boston U.S. figure skating team. So a lot of the skaters, some of their parents, the moms, some of the coaches, actually, I think 2 also Russian state champion skaters were also on the plane here. All presumed, all dead, according to Fox 32 News. A tragedy as it was, and I can't even begin to imagine what it must be like getting the news on something like that. And here there was something also, a wife texted a husband she would land in 20 minutes before mid-air plane crash. Texting husband, hey man, we're about to land. I just can't imagine what that must have been like. And then finding out that your wife is not going to be there. It must have been the same thing in 9/11. Well, at least the plane knew that they were going down when they were making those texts to their family. It's a devastation in this world today of what happened. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, when you have a crisis like this, and we all know this, there's always going to be speculation. And the minute I seen posts um, on stuff on Facebook, and I'm sure you've seen them all too. Now, here's what some people were saying on social media, and I don't know. They haven't found the two black boxes from the helicopter or the plane. That could be months before they find those boxes to actually find out what happened, if there was anything wrong with that plane. And here's already people speculating. Someone already on social media said this was not a collision. That helicopter flew right into the plane. Why does the media keep saying the plane collided with the helicopter? Of course, when tragedy happens, there's always going to be the people with this conspiracy. Now, we don't know. We have no idea right now how it happened, what happened, the circumstances. And then here's some of the responses that people were saying. With all the equipment on board, even their heads down alarms would have gone off. Plane on final was right away. Helicopter's fault. Who was on board that plane? Of course, you're going to get these people to talk like that. Then a couple of people said, this is messed up. Yes, they did. Reporters are saying plane hits helicopter. Plane was on the final approach. The plane had to right away. Helicopter hit the plane. So, of course, once we said, and again, we can say this over and over again, about once there's a tragic something like that, there's always something that's got to come up, and people are going to say whatever they're going to say. It's just a tragedy right now, and our prayers have to go out for all the family. Again, this is a Boston U.S. figure skating. Boston just keeps getting, God. And that figure skating, I don't know nothing about figure skating, but I got to admit, it's got to be a real tight community, right? I mean, it's got to be, they're losing huge, 14 members, I think. Moms, some coaches, let alone everybody else that unfortunately died of this horrible event here. Let's try to say hello to some people. Of people watching here on Ocean's Pick today, folks. Today is Thursday, again, January 30th. Like I said, Laura Ocean was not with us today. She will not be joining us. She is looking at a couple wedding venues with our daughter Marissa and Nico for the wedding coming up in 2026. Helicopter collided with plane. Plane was landing. Not a terrorist attack per news. Pina, correct. Michael from Hardcore Italians, how you doing, my good friend? I always like what Mike does with the Hardcore Italian people. They do a good job. Jeff, great seeing you and Mary, Seventh Heaven yesterday. We're ready for that cruise. Kathy, yes, very sad. Prayers go out. Well, thank you, Ronnie B. Tony, great job last night. Robin, missed you too, honey. Nina, I hope you're well. Sending prayers. Sandra, to one of your friends too, I guess is going through some health problems. So Sandra, we wish the best to your friend as well. We thank you for all the prayers and everything going out to Laura. Yes, we'll talk about that next, Dave. Yes, my compact, and we're going to talk a little bit about that too. But before we talk about that, let's get to another sponsor. You're watching Ocean's Pit, folks. It's Mary Grievous. We just talked about Mary briefly, seeing her yesterday, doing what she does best with her real estate, folks. Mary Grievous, don't just call her when you're ready to buy or sell. Contact her when you're considering buying or selling. She's your forever agent. That's right. Mary Grievous. That's mgrievous at starkre.com. 630-688-1725. Mary's also available to sell for sellers, for sale by owners, and expired listings. She is all you need when it comes to real estate. That's Mary Grievous, 630-688-1725. And also, ladies and gentlemen, if you're talking about real estate with Mary, of course, we're going to talk about the Chicago Music Cruise, which, ladies and gentlemen, it's 51 days away. And if you missed the one in January, you don't want to miss the one coming up. It's March 22nd to March 30th, 2025. It's 8 days, spring break, Royal Caribbean, Oasis of the Seas, Fort Lauderdale, Carousel, Aruba, and Coco Key, Bahamas. A lot of great talent is going to be on that ship. Mojo's Jukebox, my rock band, of course. Tony Ocean in the main event band, the Jersey Girls, Hillbilly Rock Stars, the list go on. And of course, Seventh Heaven. So make sure you get to Chicago Music Cruise, put in Tony Ocean, or give Mary a call at 630-688-1725. Couple rooms left. You want to join us on the Chicago Music Cruise 2025. All right, then let's get to another thing, folks. My Facebook couple months ago got hacked, and people might have been getting a lot of emails. Let's see. Pina says it was an Army Black Hawk helicopter. Someone wasn't paying attention to the helicopter, or also why wasn't the towers watching? Prayers. There's a lot of questions, Pina. Lola Lorenzo from Donnie G's. Hello, my dear friend. Very sad. Sent you email recovery yesterday, and you talking. Well, thank you so much, Lola. Yes, and thank you guys for all your texts yesterday. The scam is out. Not only did my Facebook a couple months ago got scammed, then these hats were going out. And a couple of people have already bought these hats, and obviously it's not issued by the Tony Ocean Show. And obviously it just says Mo Carrara on the hat, number one. It doesn't even say Tony Ocean. So watch out for these shirts and hats, and unfortunately people end up getting on that. And as it goes down the line, things are going to happen. Somewhere last night, this message went out to everybody on my email. Greetings from here. Hope you're doing well. If this address is still active, I would like to send you a message, and I'm unable to answer the phone at the time due to an eardrum rupture. False, ladies and gentlemen. And the doctor advised me to avoid making calls for the time being. False. And are you user of Amazon? False. Kindly let me know as soon as you receive this email. Thanks. Many thanks, Tony Ocean. It's a scam. They even got my number wrong. Scam. So I apologize to anybody that got this scam, this email, or if you continue getting this, we have a meeting tomorrow morning with Verizon to fix this problem. We're changed the password. So, but we have to go in and get into some other technical difficulty that we've been having getting emails lately. And I think it's got to do with the problem here with these scammers out there that's doing this stuff. And just nuts. Bullshit. Yeah, sure, they're butts. Right, exactly. Posted on my page. Dennis Finn from, thank you, buddy, for the Needs organization. Dennis was the first one to post something on my page, letting people know that it was a scam. So, Dennis, thank you, and thank you to Needs organization. They know how to do things right. Again, you're watching Ocean's Pit, little show about big things. Just news after news after news, and sometimes it's just not anything good. The way things are going lately, it's just a lot of shit that's going on in this crazy world. But we're trying to do the best we can, right? That's all we can do. We had to put those prayers out and make sure that everything is good with that. I don't know. Like I said, if you're just joining us, Laura Ocean is not with us, and she will not be with us today. Like I said, she's showing... they're looking at a venue for Marissa and Nico for the next wedding coming up on March 26th. All right, so some stories that we didn't get to yesterday. We're just going to go through different stories right now, folks. Lay's potato chips, espresso martini chips. They should concentrate on making stuff that's good. Potato chips in general do not need espresso martini potato chips. Okay, folks, it's dumb. And you know, American people will buy it. Give it to the American people. They will try it. They will buy it. Remember when McDonald's came out with the McShit? I mean, the McRib? That was horrible. That was horse meat. It could have been rat. You don't even know what you're eating on this stuff. The Americans, I tell you, man, when somebody puts it on commercials, someone says this is going to be the greatest thing, people are going to get it. For the years, remember when that Evian water came out and it was like $7 for a bottle of water, and it was made by the monks, and the monks up in the Himalayas, and, you know, baptized, and with all this great water that it was. And Evian, spelled backwards, is naive. The French just gave it to us again. So this Lay's potato chips, espresso martini. Jerry Maselli, make mine a double. Jerry, great seeing you yesterday. And Ralph Russo with that super sod that he makes. Kim Peterson LaFew, my dear friend. There's Danny Mazzi is in the house. Danny, I hope you're feeling, brother. and you're feeling better and if you're down in the Elgin area, go to Armando's Supermarkets, buy local, shop local, 925 Liberty Street in Elgin, Illinois. Or Mike and Gigi from Crash Champions Collision Auto Repair. For all your collision auto repair needs, go to crashchampions.com. I can't believe your January is almost over. Let's get down to some more stories. Burger King, fast food. We're talking about potato chips. Let's talk about fast food right now. January 27th to February 1st. You can get a regular cheeseburger for just $1. Normally it's $2.99. Run out and get them. They're $1. $1. So going back to the old prices of the 70s. Starbucks. We just found out if you're Starbucks drinkers, they have now a free refill policy. If you're in the store and you're buying in the cafe and you bought a coffee and you get a free refill. They give you a different glass and you get free refills at Starbucks as long as you stay in the restaurant cafe part. But then another thing here, this Starbucks CEO, he got a staggering $96 million bonus in just 4 months that he's been the CEO. Is this crazy? $96 million after just 4 months? These are the CEOs. These are the ones that are making the money, ladies and gentlemen. Not us that are busting our little butt out there working our ass off. Right? That's insane. Circus. Remember that down in Las Vegas? It was the casino that first came in. To my opinion, it ruined Las Vegas when Circus came in. It was a place to bring the kids. You don't bring kids to Las Vegas, folks. You're a degenerate if you bring kids to Las Vegas. Leave your kids with the people. Let's go gamble, honey. Anyway, Circus is up for sale. They're asking $5 billion. It opened in 1968. $5 billion doesn't seem like that's a lot of money for a casino. So we'll see. More stuff going on, folks. Like I said, 51 more days till the Chicago Music Cruise. We got some more shows coming up. We told you what's going on this week. Next week, February 6th, we will be at Zaza's in Lake Barrington. On the 8th, we're returning to Taverna on Division with Double T, Tony Toto. On the 14th, that Oceans Rat Pack show at 115 Bourbon Street, Marionette Park, is sold out. So just standing room only for our Valentine's Day show. And the 13th, the day before, we'll be at Tavern on the Point for a special Valentine's Day show. And keeping the Valentine's Day alive on that Saturday, and we'll be at Ron Onesti's Club Arcada Speakeasy with the main event band, Tony Toto, Jerry Jams, and John Grande filling in for Danny on the saxophone. It's nice to have Johnny with us, so it's going to be good. We'll also be at the Speakeasy on the Sunday, so we'll be there Saturday and Sunday. Saturday with the main event band, Sunday for Sinatra Sunday. So it's a busy February, folks. On the 19th, we'll be at the Tap House for the Homeless concert. Dan Nozak is a guy, our friend who puts us all together, and it's for the homeless. It's almost sold out from what I'm hearing. Everybody comes to bring a coat, a scarf, a pair of shoes, mittens, gloves, water, hand sanitizers, whatever you can bring for the homeless, and that makes sure that the people will get that distributed when you come to that concert. Tony Toto, yours truly as the MC, Lulu Sylvester stopping by, Nick Sahajas, Ron Starr, John Vincent. It's going to be a cast, and it's for the homeless at the Tap House Grill in Lamont. That's the 19th of February. The 22nd of February will be at Pier 290 in Lake Geneva. That is a Rat Pack, Oceans Rat Pack show. And then the Rat Pack also go to Ron Onesti's Club Arcada Speakeasy for a Thursday night dinner show on the 27th of February. I'll go to those shows at oshows.com. You're watching Ocean's Pit, little show about big things. We got some other stuff to talk about. There's Jerry again. I like talking about everything. Ernest Hemingway, one of my favorite writers of all time. He survived 2 plane crashes within 2 days. He survived 2 plane crashes in 2 days. Almost 24 hours after being presumed dead, he emerged from the jungle carrying a bottle of gin and a bunch of bananas. Ernest Hemingway. You can't make this stuff up. History at its finest. Of course, we're talking about the Super Bowl coming up in February, folks. Ironic that the Chiefs scored the highest game tonight of all season when they beat the Buffalo Bills, or I don't know if it was a beat. I think they laid down so many people they would the way they did. Crazy. A lot of people will not be watching the Super Bowl because they think it was rigged. I believe it. I don't think it was rigged, but I believe that the referees were not doing their job, particularly on that particular game. And if you look at some of the calls, you guys could probably agree with me here on that. And here, the last time each team won a Super Bowl, it's amazing here. Here's some of the teams that in the NFL did not win a Super Bowl: the Carolina Panthers, the Jaguars, the Cleveland Browns, the Titans, the Houston Texans, the Buffalo Bills, the Falcons, the Chargers, the Bengals, Detroit Lions, the Cardinals, and the Minnesota Vikings are just the teams that did not ever win a Super Bowl. There's Daryl. I will see you Friday. I will see you, yes, Friday. Whenever I see you. I don't even know when I see you, Daryl. There you go. Daryl will be with me on Friday at Chicago Prime Steakhouse. There you are. I like KC and the under. I'm going to take the Eagles on that one, brother. Can't stand Kansas City. I hope they lose completely. President Donald Trump vows to eliminate estate tax, calling it unfair for hardworking Americans. This bold move could have family-owned business and farms help them out. We'll see if that stuff happens. We were just talking about the NFL football. Kansas City Chiefs CEO Clark Hunt has sent a request to the NFL to ban former quarterback of the New England Patriots, Tom Brady, from participating in analysis of upcoming games due to his remarks criticizing the NFL referees during the Chiefs-Texans game. Brady comments have affected the credibility of the NFL referees as well as the morale of the Kansas City Chiefs players. Hunt believes that Brady should leave Fox. Well, back in the day, folks, when we used to watch these announcers, they would say they feel. Jimmy the Greek, John Madden, Howard Cosell. That's what you're supposed to do. You're not supposed to be bought off by the sponsors. You feel that, you say it. Like Steve Stone used to rip on the Cubs. They got mad at him. But if they're playing bad, what going to say? Boy, yeah, we'll get them next year. So I like it back in the day when they had the announcers speaking their mind and doing what they're doing. That's my opinion, but I loved it back then. And you made all those great characters of announcers that made the game go by quick and made the game fun. Breaking news: House Administration Oversight Subcommittee is calling FBI investigation into former Liz Cheney for illegally tampering with witnesses during congressional inquiry into January 6 hearings. More and more stuff, folks are going to be coming out. And we're never going to know that. I'm telling you, we're not going to know anything. No matter what people say they're going to release or whatever it is, I don't think we're going to find out anything. There's Patrice. I hope you're doing well. Dark philosophy. When someone is arguing with you, sit quietly and observe them. Don't react any way. Silence is key. Imagine you watching a performance. This is the perfect opportunity for them to reveal their true character. Some of these quotes that you guys are sending me in. More stuff. Apple faces lawsuit over watch banned chemicals. Heard about this? These Apple watches that the kids are using. A lot of people are using these things. Apple faces class action suit in California over Apple Watch bans allegedly containing PFAS, toxic substance that persist in blood environment and drinking water. The EPA guidance indicates these forever chemicals potentially cause health outcomes for people wearing these Apple Watches. Big lawsuit going down on there. Let's talk about something that you love. Let's talk about pancakes. Free pancakes at the IHOP on March 4th for National Pancake Day. Now, you got a while yet. It's March 4th. March 4th is National Pancake Day. IHOP is celebrating free pancakes for all you people. I don't like pancakes, never did. Not a big one, that. Carol, how are you doing? Well. Now, with the new regime coming in and things changing in some cities, I don't know if I see it so much here in Chicago, but it's good news here in New York City. New York City went 5 days without a violent crime. The first time this has happened in New York in 30 years. New York City just experienced 5 consecutive days without violent crimes, the longest such streak in 30 years, according to NYPD. This period from Saturday evening to Thursday evening might show a new direction with the way the city is going. So they're coming down on crime in New York, and maybe Chicago can take a lesson from that. 5 days in a row, the first time in 30 years that's happened. Crazy. Disney's longest serving employee celebrates 62 years with the company. Hank Amin, the Disney's longest serving employee, recently marked 62 years with the company, with Walt Disney showcasing an extraordinary career dedicated to the brand of his company. He's 92 years old. Amin's Disney journey began in visiting Disneyland on his honeymoon in 1955, which inspired him to join the Jungle Cruise skipper in 1958. 62 years at one job. Okay, this is interesting, and I sent this to Tony Toto, who, if you guys don't know, Tony Toto is a mechanic, but he works on foreign cars. And foreign cars are great to have, but they also break down a lot. And when they break down a lot, they're in the shop a lot. And when they're in the shop a lot, it costs santi soldi, money to fix. But if you have a driver Ferrari and you have these expensive cars, obviously you have the money. But 90% of Ferraris ever made are still running and being driven today. According to Andrea Scoletti, over 90% of 300,000 Ferraris ever produced are still operational, being driven today. That's pretty cool. They're still around and still being driven today. 90% of these Ferraris. Okay, we just finished talking about Disneyland with the guy working there for 62 years. You go to Disneyland or you go to any parks, a new ride comes in and you wait in line. Then, of course, you used to wait in line for hours. And then they had the express line. You pay whatever so you can move up a little farther. What is the record for the longest single ride wait at one time in Disneyland? Are you ready for this, folks? The longest recorded wait at Disney Park is 410 minutes. That's almost 7 hours. That was for a ride called The Rise of Resistance, October 14th, 2022. They also have some really crazy wait times for special appearances such as Frozen, et cetera, et cetera. 410 minutes people waited. That's almost 7 hours they waited in line at Disney to ride this ride. You couldn't pay me anywhere to stay that long. Are you out of your mind? I slept overnight to see Sinatra. Yes, GM, Ford, found on road dead or fixed repay daily. Yeah, there you go. Is that crazy? Wow. I didn't realize this till now. President Trump's inauguration shattered viewership records. Estimated 80.7 million people watched the inauguration of President Donald Trump. 80.7 million viewers to watch that day. All right, it gets cold right now. Your keys, you're locked. Your doors are locked. And your car door lock frozen? Here's a couple easy things to do. Just supply some hand sanitizer. It's got to have alcohol in the hand sanitizer. On your key, dip it in. Insert it into the lock. The ice melts instantly, if you did not know this. If your doors on your car are frozen, locked, can't get in, hand sanitizer with alcohol on the key, put it in, and once that sanitizer hits the ice, it will melt it instantly. Just some good things to know. You're watching Ocean's Pit, a little show about big things, and it, of course, is the Ace Hardware Hour, folks. I mean, the minute. Today's weather is sponsored by the Ace Minute, brought to you by the JRC Hardware Stores. Today, Thursday, January 30th. It's 30 degrees out there. It feels like it's 22. It's sunny, of course, a little cold. Humidity is 74%. Wind chill is 8 miles an hour, and air quality is good. That's brought to you by the Ace Minute, brought to you by Ace JRC, Ace Hardware Stores. Buy local, shop local, helping neighbors before they were neighborhoods. Our good friends from Ace Hardware. That's the Ace Minute. You're watching Ocean's Pit, little show about big things. And don't forget, April 8th, I want to again thank the big shout out to Mr. Ron Onesti. Of course, Ron Onesti, again, third term as the JCCIA president of the organization. Congratulations, Ron. But Ron was kind enough to have the Tony Ocean and the main event band open for Engelbert Humperdinck coming to Chicago. April 8th will be at the Des Plaines Theater. And also on April 9th, he's going to be at the St. Charles Theater. It'll be a great day to see one of the great legends still alive, and he still has a great voice for his age. Engelbert Humperdinck. Go to oshows.com. That's something you ain't going to want to miss. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. How about another sponsor, folks? Becoming your own bank. Well, I think it's time. I think everybody wants to find a way to save money, and right? Well, look at this. What is Imperial X? Imagine putting your money to work for you, becoming your own bank, making your dream retirement reality with guaranteed life income. Wendy Thompson and Craig Coughlin will help you create personal pensions, grow your wealth, secure your legacy. It's never too late to start. Take charge of your financial future today. Give them a call at 630-890-1213 or book them on Calendly for a free consultation and start building the retirement you deserve. That's Imperial X. Give them a call. Tell them Tony Ocean sent you. 630-890-1213, becoming your own bank. Great way to do it. I agree, especially the younger kids out there. Save yourself some money out there. All right. Of course, we already talked about me being hacked. We talked about the crash, unfortunately, against the helicopter craze, and everybody's speculating all that stuff. Was it done on purpose and all this crazy stuff? I don't know. What do we got here? Now, this is interesting. Of course, when Tuesday, this past week, the big deportation, Trump was going to do this and get all these illegals out of our cities and stuff. These are people that shouldn't be in this country. They're in this country illegally. These are people, we're not talking about the average guy that's trying to work or trying to make a living. We're talking about the ex-cons and sex traffickers. Those people that were let into this country need to be gone. But here's an interesting thing. Everybody complaining how much Donald Trump did this. Look at this, folks. When Bill Clinton was president between 1993 and 2001, approximately 870,000 people were deported during his presidency. Bill Clinton. George W. Bush, from 2001 to 2009, about 2 million individuals were deported. During Barack Obama, 2009 to 2017, deportations reached approximately 3.2 million, earning him the nickname Deport-in-Chief. This was during Barack Obama's presidency. Donald Trump right now, 2017 to 2021, despite a strong focus on immigration, enforced around 1 million deportations during his first term. This is something that happens to every president that I just named to you, not just Donald Trump, who's president now. The oldest McDonald's in the world? Where is the oldest McDonald's in the world? It's located in Downey, California. It was built in 1953. This was the third ever location. First were demolished. The first two were demolished. Pretty interesting. The oldest McDonald's. If you're in that area, folks, it's 100207 Lakewood Boulevard, Downey, California. Go visit the oldest McDonald's. And this is still waiting for the Ukraine war to be over with one day one. Yes, that's another thing, boy, that we need to take over. That needs to get done too. Some of the hostages, again, were being released. We need to get all of them home. I think there's still another 24 or something to be released. Unfortunately, 8 hostages they have were already dead, supposedly. Some of the ones they already let go in the last couple of days. That needs to be taken care of. The war needs to come to an end. Boy, you're absolutely right. We're seeing squads everywhere, people being pulled over a lot more than usual. Maybe they should be pulled over, Carol. Maybe they should be pulled over. What are they holding? What's going on? Where are they going? Look at their licenses. Are they legit? Time to crack down a little bit, folks. Innocent people do not need a pardon. It's that simple. You don't get pardoned for something you did not do. But we want to thank former President Joe Biden for identifying the guilty ones out there. Why are you pardoning your family? Why are you pardoning all these people if they did nothing wrong? I don't care. If you're not, and here it goes. Here's something we're just talking about. President Trump doing this deportation, right? This whole week. Here is exact quote for former President Barack Obama, November 20th, 2014. His words were, "If you're a criminal, you will be deported." This is exactly what President Trump is doing right now, but people pretend to be outraged. Barack Obama did it November 20th, 2014, out of his mouth. Every president's doing it. It needs to be done. Boy. Let's get to some other crazy stories here. Deceased people are currently frozen, waiting to be revived with future technology. Do you believe this, folks? This is crazy. Currently, around 500 people worldwide have been chronically preserved in hope that the future technology may revive them. The majority of the United States, approximately 300 individuals, stored in facilities such as the El Cor Life Extension Foundation in Arizona, which also preserves over 30 pets. Russians have around 50 preserved individuals to organizations waiting to technology to put these guys, maybe bring them alive again. How much is that costing us? How about some good news? 68-year-old man who had been buying lottery tickets since the 60s finds a $24 million lottery ticket in his old shirt just 2 days before it expires. He chose to have it paid over the next 26 years. 68 years old, finds an old lottery ticket 2 days before it expires. It's worth $24 million. Good for that guy. Some good things. Peter Humble, unfortunately, I think the night goggles affect vision of corporate pilots. Landing lights from the plane may have blinded the copters and they've turned their heads to spot the traffic. Ron Starr is a great entertainer in the Chicagoland area. Ron will be joining us on the Chicago Music Cruise along with the Main Event Band. Ron makes a good point there. A lot of people are speculating that's done on purpose and what's going on, blah, blah, blah. But it could be exactly the night goggles with the glare of the lights. We're not going to know yet. Like I said, folks, we don't know. The two black boxes, the one from the the helicopter or the plane, have not been found. It's going to be months before they find those boxes. Is there something wrong with the airplane? We don't know. We're not going to find out. What we're going to have to see. It's going to be interesting to see, but just horrible of the tragedy that happened here in the United States of America, in Boston. How about just that team, the U.S. Olympic team, man, coaches and some of the mothers, and of course the actual skaters, and two Russian champions were in there too. Some people are saying who was on this plane or this helicopter that needed to come down. First of all, the speculation sometimes with the way this world is now, nothing surprises me. Nothing surprises me. Maybe years ago I would have thought that's crazy, but I don't know. And we're never going to know. Even when they find the black box, they're going to move something. I hope it wasn't that. If it was an accident, God, a horrible accident. But if it was done on purpose, that's going to be, I don't know. I don't know. If bullshit was money, everybody would be a millionaire. Boy, that's another T-shirt you got, brother. That's another T-shirt. You want to talk about a good company and maybe some good news of people, folks, then you need to talk about Jack Vayner Landscaping. You can't make better than these guys. They offer monthly maintenance programs, bush trimming, spring, fall cleanup, bed mulching, fertilizing. They offer plant design, service, installation, servicing the North Shore for 44 years. That's Jack Vayner Landscaping. Call Tom at 847-432-5266. Ocean's Pit. We're talking about a lot of stuff here today. Again, it was great having let's see, what do we got here? Donald Trump won't be hiding anything. The truth will come out soon. It's got to come out, always winning. It's got to come out, the truth. If it's an accident, it's an accident. It was a horrible accident. And they need to fix that. They need to make sure that these people are trained right or do something with these goggles, if that's the case. If it was done on purpose, I don't know I don't even want to think about that. There's Carol Brandolino. What's up, Carol? I hope you're doing well. Tonight, guys, tonight is Postatanos. It's retro night. It's Jerry Jams. It's yours truly and Lisa P. knocking off the retro songs. Starts at 7:30. Get there. It's going to be a party. It's going to be fun. Again, Laura Ocean is not with us today, folks, after getting some of her last-minute tests today. Like I said, if you just joined us, this morning we took her in for her blood test, her EKG, the Marissa test in the mouth, and the chest x-ray, because you have to get a bunch of this stuff done before her surgery on Tuesday, February 4th. But today, we took her this morning. Today, this afternoon, she's with Marissa and Nico looking at venues for the next wedding, which is going to happen 2026 when another daughter, Marissa and Nico, tie the knot. So that's what she's doing this afternoon. But she will be joining us on Monday for probably one of her last appearances on Ocean's Pit until she comes back from recovery. So make sure you tune in on Monday. This is Ocean's Pit, little show about big things. Here's more stuff that's coming out. I don't even like to talk about this shit, but here it is. Priest accused of using girls' hair as floss as Joliet Church during Recklick tour. The priest from Detroit was arrested Monday after allegedly accident involving a teenage girl at Joliet Church in November, using her hair as dental floss. Whack job. And this guy's probably not even an immigrant. He's not, this guy's a priest. I will, Boyd. Thank you for your prayers, buddy. I appreciate that, buddy. Wow, eggs are so expensive because Joe Biden ordered 100 million chickens to be slaughtered. Now there's bird flu now. Who knows? We don't eat as many eggs as we used to. When all the kids were open, we used to have used to eat a lot of eggs. We don't eat that many eggs anymore. We just talked about Disney, a couple stories today about Disney. If you're thinking of going, it's expensive, but right now it's going during May 1st to September 30th, 30% off all Disney hotels to 1 or 4 night stay. Here's something that's interesting. Michelle, how are you doing, my dear friend? Here's something that's very interesting. Smokers. Now, I don't know how many people smoke, cigar smoke. I smoke a cigar, I smoke a pipe. The regular pipe, not a crack pipe. Never tried that. But we're talking about people who smoke generally. If you smoke, you're a regular smoker. When you're a regular smoker, you got to take cigarette breaks at your job. Now, if you're home, you can just leave the computer, go downstairs and puff. But if you're at work in an office, you have to keep leaving. And the bosses know who smoke, who doesn't smoke. Some can take it on the break, some take it on their lunch. Here's what Japan did. And I'm wondering if they never did this in the United States of America. A company in Japan gives employees who don't smoke an extra 6 vacation days every year as a reward for the time they save by not taking cigarette breaks. So obviously this is for the non-smoker. If you're a cigar smoker, technically you don't need to have that nicotine like a cigarette guy does or a girl who smokes. They need that fix. But if you're in Japan with this company, if you don't smoke, you're not a smoker, you're going to get an extra 6-day vacation paid. Try putting here that in the United States, see if that works. Maybe some people will maybe not smoke for those 8 hours. Not a bad idea. Kansas City Chiefs against the Buffalo Bills. How many views? Most watched AFC Championship game since 1988, folks. 57.7 million viewers watched that game. Now, out of the 57.7 million, wondering how many are younger kids who follow Taylor Swift, because they say 30 to 40% of more people watched Kansas City Chiefs games because of Taylor Swift with Travis Kelce. 30 to 40%, that's a lot. 57.7 million people watched that game. I'm excited. I'm excited for the Eagles to destroy the Kansas City Chiefs. That's just me. And if any team's going to do it, it's going to be them. Probably give them a break on insurance. Right about it, Lola. Makes a lot of sense. It could. Ladies and gentlemen, you know we have Al Capone, Italian from New York, the Chicago, South Side. Al Capone ran everything, right? Got in trouble for tax evasion. One thing we have to thank Al Capone for, and you know what that is, folks? Expiration dates on milk, on dairy. Did you know that? It's because Al Capone, if it wasn't for Al Capone, these expiration dates would never be on dairy or milk. Al Capone influence reached beyond crime. He reportedly pushed an expiration dates on milk after a relative fell ill from spoiled dairy. But it was just about the public safety. Interesting. So somebody in his family got sick. He got pissed off, went over there and put expiration dates on milk and dairy, which is very, very important. We were talking about the Super Bowl. How many people are going to watch? You know, I remember when Bruce Springsteen, The Who, you know, halftime shows. Great. Aerosmith, right? Who the hell is Kendrick Lamar? Kendrick Lamar is going to be the halftime headliner at this year's Super Bowl. Who the hell is this guy? I thought first he was a basketball player. Do you guys know who it is? Soup Kitchens. There you go. Kendrick Lamar. Can anybody know who this guy is? Pat Lanzini, how you doing, friend? Hope you're doing well, honey. Who is Kendrick Lamar? Anybody tell me? Laura, like I said, she's not with us today. I don't know the people performing. Lola, I don't either. But like I said, Laura is showing 2 venues with Marissa and Nico for the upcoming wedding in 2026. That's why she won't be with, but she will be with us here on Monday night. Nope. Does anybody know who this guy is? Any of the younger people that might be hip with some of this new stuff? Kendrick Lamar will be headlining the Super Bowl this year. Please tell me who he is. A really good rapper. Okay. All right. I figured that much. A really good rapper. Okay. So there you go. Boy. Kendrick Lamar Duckworth is an American rapper and hip-hop artist. Okay, I knew he was a rapper. I knew he was a hip-hop artist, but he's an American rapper, regarded as one of the most influential in hip-hop. I thought that was Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre and Jay-Z. All right, there you go. 17 Grammys. Wow. I'm old, folks. I haven't watched the Grammys. I don't remember the last time I watched the Grammys. All right. So there you go. Another rapper. Don't we get that every year at the Super Bowl halftime show? Album Damn won a Pulitzer Surprise in 2018. See 5 awards, 7 nominations to Grammys. The problem is who votes for these awards? That's the problem. The younger generation who's buying this stuff. Not us. Come on. All right. I'm sure you'll all be glued to your TV during that halftime and watch the guy lip sync the whole hour. All right. Lake Geneva Life, folks. It's Winterfest this week. If you haven't been down to Lake Geneva when they have all the ice sculptures, it starts this week. It started Wednesday, actually, yesterday afternoon. So check it out. It'll be the 30th annual Winterfest in Lake Geneva, Wisconsin, starting this weekend. Relocated to Cali due to father allegation with gangster. All right. 50 years ago today, the juice, sweetness. Walter Payton became a Chicago Bear 50 years ago. And if Walter was still alive right now, he'd be going, what the hell happened to that team? Yeah, Bruno Mars was pretty good. Did you see this? Go to Jewel. They're charging now 10 cents for a plastic bag at Jewel. Phyllis Hodges, the first lady of rock and roll, the wife, of course, of Nick Hodges, the piano man, posted this. A 10-cent bag at Jewel. 10 cents now. Now, I know all these did the same thing. Did they charge you for a bag? I don't know how much for a bag, whatever one of those, but they're like the either the big plastic bag with the handle or a brown paper bag. But Jewel now, 10 cents for plastic bags for city tax per bag. Thank you, Jerry. All right. Your sign. I love these things where they say what your sign and what it means and blah, 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 blah. This is your sign when it comes to smell. Smells. Your sign and how it comes to smells. If you're an Aries, you are a vodka. You smell like vodka and hookers. If you are an Aries. If you're a Taurus, you smell like feet and ass. If you're a Gemini, you smell like drugs, alcohol, and orgies. If you're a Cancer, you smell like rain, weed, and sex. If you're a Leo, you smell like open ass and hot dog water. If you're a Virgo, you smell booty and pickles. If you're a Libra, you smell like a new car. If you're a Scorpio, you smell like vanilla and sex. If you're a Sagittarius, you smell like sweaty balls. Aquarius, you smell like laundry detergent. Pisces, you smell like peaches and pears. And me being a Capricorn, I'm honey, bleach, and money. Signs of what you smell like. Oh, where do they come up with this stuff? Where do they come up with this stuff? I tell you what, we could come up with a good company, a great company. Buy local, shop local when you need those windows done and you need that siding done and you want it done by a company that's respectable and knows how to do its stuff. That's Airtight Windows. We're talking about if you're looking for new windows and you want it done right, do it right with Airtight. For honesty, quality, dependability, do it right with Airtight. Surrey, Chicagoland for over 35 years. Do it right with Airtight Windows. Call Louis Pipes at 708-785-5000. Tell him Tony O sent you. Hopefully we'll see Louis Pipes tonight at Positano's in Oak Brook. Isn't this interesting, all this stuff we have? We got some birthdays here, folks, from yesterday, which we forgot to announce. Chuck Norris, 85 years old. Barbie Benton, remember her, Playboy Bunny, 75 years old. Mr. T, I pity the fool, 72 years old. Desmond Wilson, who played Lamont the Dummy, yes, 77 years old. Carlos Santana, 77. Brian Seltzer from the Stray Cats, 65 years old. You got to love that. Dave Davies, one of the members of the Kinks, 77 years old. Joe Fatone from New Kids on the Block, celebrating. These were birthdays that I didn't get to mention yesterday because we had the great group on. The show must go on. Tribute to Three Dog Night. Speaking of good groups, tomorrow we got Mike and Tracy, Good Clean Fun, also with their brand new project, The Taylor Swift Experience. Live here tomorrow on The Pit. That's going to be fun, see what they're up to and stuff like that. So make sure you tune on that. And don't forget, Monday, Laura Ocean will be joining us on Monday. This Monday coming up, probably be her last appearance here until she recovers from her surgery, which is going to happen Tuesday at 7:15 in the morning. So make sure that you tune in on Monday, folks. You can't make this shit up, Boyd. Absolutely, you can't. I mean, who would want to make this shit up? Oh, boy, I tell you. Costco has made a decision to say goodbye to Pepsi and sail to Coke again. Coke products return next summer. So right now, it's Pepsi and those hot dogs at Costco. If you guys even, I don't think, I might have had one hot dog there maybe my whole life. Yeah, that's pretty screwed up. I wouldn't eat that garbage. I don't know what's in. I don't like hot dogs in general. Pharma. Big Pharma made $1.27 trillion last year, but not a single cent was spent teaching you how to get healthier. Your health is their profits. And let's hope now that Donald Trump and his party with Robert Kennedy, we'll see. He's taking a lot of slack right now. Let's see if something can happen, and I hope things get better for us with this new regime for the next 4 years. Again, this was I was hacked this morning or last night on emails, and I found out a lot of my followings, some of my people were hacked as well. If you are Tony Ocean follower, on some of these emails. So if you see this come up, if you didn't see it, greetings from here. That would never be me. Hope you're doing well. If this email address is still active, I would like to send you a message. I'm unable to answer your phone in time due to eardrum rupture. Not true. And the doctor advised me to making calls from home. I've already repeated this, but if you see this, folks, it's not me coming into your email. Laura changed the email, and tomorrow morning I have a meeting going to Verizon in the morning, and they're going to put something on there. So shit like this does not happen again. And it's happening everywhere, right? So we know that. Okay. It is 1:00. It is almost time for us to go. And we do have some birthdays for today. The birthdays I mentioned a couple minutes ago were for yesterday. Okay, here we go. Ellen Alda, 89 years old. Sarah Gilbert, 50 years old. Martha Quinn, remember her from MTV? 65 years old. Fred Schneider from the B-52s turned 73. Oprah Winfrey turned 71 years old. Jean, Julie Saratella's mom, Jean, of course, the wife of Bill Saratella from Ocean's Rat Pack. Jean, up in Nebraska, happy birthday, and I hope you're feeling better out there. Stephanie McMahon, for all you wrestling fans, 48 years old. Mick Mars from Motley Crue, used to be Motley Crue, 73 years old today. Well, folks, it is come to the end of the hour, and that's right, it is Ace Hardware. You got to love it. I like gasoline. Okay, there you go. Guys, I hope to see you all at Positano's tonight. Tomorrow, we'll be at Chicago Prime Steakhouse in Schaumburg. Saturday, Villaggio in Roselle. And that's going to be a 7:30 hit. A lot of good stuff. Again, Monday, Laura Ocean will be with us here on Monday. Don't forget Carol Brandolino Tuesday with Twisted Tuesday next week. The show is brought to you from our good friends, Ace Hardware. Folks, red hot buy of the month of January. You only got today and tomorrow. Ace Wild Bird Food, 40-pound bag is only $18.99. And make sure your car is winter ready with Peak Windshield Wash. 1 gallon size is now $1 off through January 31st. And cold weather calls for cold weather gear. They have a large selection of Carhartt gear from hats, gloves, warm-up hoodies, and winter jackets, all 30% off. That's our friends from Ace Hardware. Ace is the place. Buy local, shop local, helping neighbors before they were neighborhoods. Guys, I want to thank you for watching again today. Don't forget tomorrow, Mike and Tracy, Are You Ready? The Taylor Swift Experience will be here live at Ocean's Pit tomorrow at 12 o'clock. And again, our prayers go out to all the horrible, tragic tragedy that happened when the airplane crashed into the helicopter. 60, I think, people have passed away. They have not found any survivors. Some of the people were from the U.S. Boston ice skating team. Some skaters, moms, some coaches, even 2 Russian skate champions were on that plane. Our prayers go out to the family, and I hope they discover this black box, the 2 black boxes, one from the helicopter, one from the airplane. Find out if there was anything wrong with the plane, if there was anything. I just hope. I don't even know what to say, but I cannot believe what those families are going through right now. So please pray for them. Guys, buy local, shop local, support local establishments, support live entertainment. Be kind to one another. This world is getting crazy. If we can get a little piece of sanity, Stay close to your friends. Stay close to your family. Make life better, everybody. And the words of Ringo Starr, peace and love. See you tomorrow. Same time, same station. Nick Hodges, please take us out. The Piano Man. Bye-bye, everybody.
Time to go, it's the end of the show. See you later from town.
Peace, everybody. God bless. Have a great day. Thank you. Share the show. Let everybody know about Ocean's Pit, the little show about big things, Monday to Friday at noon. Peace.